Hi, this is Jelyn from the Honors Tutorial. Our topic for today is about evaluating limits. This is under basic calculus. Let's have our example. So our direction here is to evaluate the following limits. Let's have number 1. This is how you're going to read it. The limit of x plus 3 as x approaches to 2. So this is what you're going to do if you want to solve or evaluate the following limits. Just copy the given first. So that is the limit of 8x plus 3 as x approaches to positive 2. What are you going to do is to substitute the value of x, and that is 2. So we have here 8 times 2 plus 3. Again, just substitute the value of x, it is 2. So therefore, we have here 8 times 2 plus 3. Now we are going to continue solving. 8 times 2, that is 16. Copy this, so plus 3. 16 plus 3 is 19. So this is our final answer. So answer for number 1 is 19. Next, let's have number 2. For number 2, the process is the same. Copy the given first. So that is the limit of 12x minus 5 as x approaches to negative 1. So what are you going to do is the same thing. Please substitute the value of x, which is negative 1. So we have here 12 times negative 1 minus 5. 12 times negative 1 is negative 12 minus 5. Negative 12 minus 5, that is negative 17. Why? It is because we have here both negative signs, so therefore we have to add the numbers. 12 plus 5, that's 17, and then copy their sign, which is negative. So therefore we have here negative 17, and that's final answer for number 2. Next, let us have another. How about number 3? So for us to solve number 3, we have to substitute the value of x to this equation. So for our solution, first copy the given. So we have here the limit of x plus 1 times 2x minus 7 as x approaches to positive 3. And then please substitute the given for x, and that is 3. So we have here 3 plus 1 times 2 times 3 minus 7. 3 plus 1, that's 4. Don't forget the parentheses because we still have to multiply it to the second parenthesis. Let's solve. 2 times 3, that's 6. Minus 7. Let's continue solving for the second parenthesis. Copy the first parenthesis, which contains 4. 6 minus 7 is negative 1. Why is it negative 1? Because as you can see, we have here a positive and a negative number. When we combine them, we have to subtract the numbers because we have opposite signs, the positive and negative. So subtract the numbers. 6 minus 7, that's 1. And then copy the sign of the larger number, and that is 7. So the sign of 7 is negative, so therefore we have here negative 1. Maybe you are confused why 7 is larger than 6, while what we can see here is that 7 is a negative number. We all know that negative numbers are smaller than positive numbers. It is because we are referring to the absolute value of negative 7. This is what it looks like. The negative 7, absolute value of negative 7, and that is positive 7. So therefore, the number which is bigger here is 7 itself. Always remember when you have here this sign, the absolute value, no matter what happened, whether it is a negative or positive number inside, when you simplify it, it will turn out to be a positive number. Next, let's continue here. 4 times negative 1 is equal to negative 4, and this is our final answer. Why is it negative 4? Let's go back to our laws of signed numbers. In multiplication, we have here laws. The first rule that we have learned is that positive times positive is equal to positive. And then we also learned that negative times negative is equal to positive. So in short, when you have the same sign, the answer should be positive when multiplying. But when you have opposite signs like positive 4 times negative 1, the answer should be negative. It is the same with negative times positive. So in short, if you have opposite signs, the answer should be a negative number. So I want you to memorize this part for you to be able to solve correctly the given when it comes to multiplication with respect to their signs. Okay? So that's number 3. The final answer is negative 4. Next, let's have number 4. For number 4, same process. Copy the given first. So that's the limit of 2x plus 4 over x plus 2 as x approaches to positive 9. Please substitute the value of x that we have here. That is 2 times 9 plus 4 over 9 plus 2. Please simplify first your numerator. 2 times 9, that is 18, plus 4 over 9 plus 2, that's 11. And then please simplify the numerator. 18 plus 2, that's 22 over 11. Just copy it. So as you can see here, 22 over 11 can still be simplified. How? Observe first what kind of fraction is 22 over 11. So therefore, you may know what to do here in simplifying this fraction. So 22 over 11 is an improper fraction, right? Because the numerator is greater than the denominator. So therefore, you can just divide the numerator directly to its denominator. So 22 divided by 11, and that's 2. And that's it. That's the answer. Number 4, the answer is 2. So for fraction or fractions, my advice is this. If it can be simplified, please simplify it. Again, if it can be simplified, please simplify it. Okay? Because always remember, the final answer when it comes to a fraction is always in its simplest form. That is the final answer when it comes to a fraction. So therefore, I am advising you to simplify your answer, if possible only. Next, let's have number 5. For number 5, same process. Please copy the given first. We have here the limit of the square root of 16x plus 1 as x approaches to 2. Please substitute the value of x. So we have here the square root of 16 times 2 plus 1. 16 times 2. You have to know this crucial part because some of the students are confused with this one. Whether they will multiply first or add. Please follow the hierarchy in mathematics. We have here the PEMDAS, parentheses, exponent, and then we have here multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. For this part, some of the students are still confused. Multiplication and division. The rule here is this: multiply or divide whichever may come first from the left side of the equation. Again, multiply or divide whichever may come first from the left side of the equation. So therefore, you have to observe which comes first. If it is multiplication, then multiply first. If it is division, then divide first. It is not always multiplication that comes first, so therefore you have to be observant. And that is true also for addition and subtraction. Add or subtract whichever may come first from the left side of the equation. Again, it is not always addition that comes first from the left side of the equation. So please be observant with that. So in here, we have here 16 times 2 plus 1. Having the hierarchy, we have to multiply 16 and 2 first. So 16 times 2, that's 32. Plus 1, that's 33. So square root of 33. How are we going to solve for this without calculator? Any idea? Okay. So to solve this without any calculator, you have, since we have here our index, which is 2, but you cannot see it, because if we are referring to square root, which contains the index 2, we don't write it here. But there is an index here, which is 2. You have to think of a number, a perfect square number that when you multiply is equal to 30. But in this case, we don't have that number. So therefore, our final answer here is square root of 33. And that's it. Thank you for listening for today about evaluating limits. I hope that you have learned something today. Um, if you have questions or clarifications, kindly message us via Messenger. Thank you and God bless.